In the world of retro gaming, home consoles take the majority of the focus and most of the limelight, but I'm a huge fan of handheld consoles and I'm really passionate about them. And I would even go so far as to say that the handheld retro gaming consoles are the kings of the retro gaming world. Kick off your shoes and relax your socks while I tell you why handheld retro consoles are the best retro consoles. Now, if you're a fan of retro gaming and you love handheld consoles like I do, then you are in the right place. Here on the Chronik Spartan show, we cover everything in the world of retro gaming and we put a special focus on portable and handheld gaming as well. Recently, we've been going headfirst into the world of the PlayStation Vita, and if you're interested in those episodes, they'll be in the description below, and there'll also be some cards popping up throughout the episode. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. But let's get into today's episode and talk about why handheld consoles are the best retro consoles. Now, there are many reasons why I'm passionate about handheld portable consoles and why I think retro handheld consoles are the best retro consoles you can get. I'm going to discuss all those reasons today, but I'm going to leave the best, the kicker, the most important reason why they're the best consoles to the end. But the first reason that we're talking about, and a massively important reason as well, is handheld consoles are portable. This means you can take your gaming anywhere with you. You can go on holiday, you can go on business trips, you can go on the bus to the shops, and you can take your retro gaming world with you. Handheld and portable consoles are designed to be taken on the go, and they're designed to be durable as well. Unlike your NES and your Sega Mega Drive, which you'd have a pretty hard time trying to stick those in your back pocket, let alone the TV you'd have to carry around with you. Retro handheld consoles are perfectly designed to be enjoyed anywhere you are, and unlike the more modern versions of handheld gaming like on mobile phones, you don't need an internet connection to enjoy your games. Just take a handful of cartridges with you, slot them in there, and you're good to go. Or if you're more of the sneaky kind of person, maybe you've modified it and you've got all your games on there, but that's for you to decide. But the portability and the fact that you can take your retro gaming nostalgia anywhere with you in the world and not need a plug-in power supply is a massive reason why retro handhelds are the best retro consoles. Now, another amazing thing about retro handheld consoles, again, is something to do with the size. It offers bite-sized gaming. And I don't mean that the games themselves are smaller, lesser dumbed down versions. Certainly there are some examples of that, but as the generations of handheld consoles evolved over the time, they got closer and closer to those real, deep, engaging video game experiences we got at home. But the beauty of playing on a portable handheld console is that you can enjoy that gaming in bite-sized chunks. You can take it anywhere with you. You can play at your desk, you can play while making a cup of coffee, or you can even play on the toilet or in the bath. As someone who is a father of 3 and has a very busy full-time job, handheld and portable gaming is an absolute savior for me. Whereas previously as a kid, I was able to put hours and hours and hours into my home consoles, I just don't get that time anymore. But I do get to put that time in on handheld portable gaming. Recently, I did a challenge playing the DMG Gameboy for 30 days straight, and I was able to play the console every single day without fail. Now, if I was to try to do a similar kind of challenge on the NES or any other retro home console, no doubt there would be days I'd have to miss, and possibly even weeks, because to sit down in front of a TV and have that time dedicated to myself is really difficult. And a lot of the games on those systems aren't designed for quick, short playthroughs. Whereas on the Game Boy and any other handheld console, I can just take it around with me, take it out my pocket, and just have a quick go whenever I fancy. And that way I was able to make some serious progress on many video games I've wanted to play for the longest time, including Zelda. And that's why the quick pick up and play bite-sized gaming that retro handhelds give you is another massive bonus over standard retro consoles. Carrying on with the bite-sized gaming theme, a lot of games, like we said, as handhelds evolved over time, grew to be more console quality games. And with a console quality game, it's not necessarily designed to be absorbed in small, tiny bite-sized chunks. It's a longer gaming experience to be played over hours. However, when you're playing on a portable console, you don't necessarily have that time. And that's why many of the later generations of retro retro handheld consoles started to introduce a sleep mode. That means you can be playing your game and at any point in time just slide the power button and it will quickly go off into a sleep mode. Anytime after that, whether it's a few minutes or a few hours later, you can slide out of sleep mode and jump right back in exactly where you left off. Sleep mode was an absolute godsend when it first arrived, and as far as I know was introduced in handheld consoles before it came to home consoles. And it enables you to play fully fledged home console quality games in the palm of your hand. Another reason why retro handhelds are amazing is because they are so modifiable. Now yes, you can modify home consoles as well, but the modifying scene is nowhere near as prevalent on home consoles as it is on retro handheld consoles. There's so much stuff out there in terms of guides and in terms of equipment to customize your Game Boy or whatever handheld console we're talking about. You see, handheld consoles are different to home consoles in the fact that they're kind of like a statement of your personality. Sat at home indoors playing an NES, no one really sees you as a retro gamer unless you talk about it or let people know about it. But if you're on the bus playing a Game Boy, everyone can see you're playing a retro console. And furthermore, the look and style of your handheld console is as impactful as the look and style of your mobile phone or your headphones or any other gadget that you might have. And that is why modifying handhelds is such a popular scene. And it's not even that difficult. Again, in my 30 days of Game Boy challenge, I actually swapped out the old screen for a backlit screen, and it made a monumental difference. I'm not somebody who's particularly handy at doing that kind of stuff, but even I was able to do it. And that's just how easy and popular modifying handheld consoles is. Something, again, that isn't unique to handheld consoles, but they do so much better than any other kind of console. And now lastly, most importantly, and I don't think anybody can argue with this one, even if you are the most hardcore home console gamer around, to play a retro handheld console, this is what you need to do. Take it out your pocket and switch it on. No cables, no upscalers, no CRT TVs that are going to cost you hundreds and potentially thousands to enjoy your nostalgia. You're never going to have to worry about different colors, different frame rates, different aspect ratios, and all the issues that retro gamers face as they try to enjoy and capture the nostalgia they had as kids. A retro handheld console comes ready to go. It has the screen, it has the speakers, it has the controller, it has everything put in there. At most, you're going to either need batteries or a cable to charge it, and that is it. And if none of the other reasons mattered, this reason alone is the most important reason why retro handheld consoles are the best retro consoles available. And if anybody is looking to get into retro gaming and not get overwhelmed, handhelds are definitely the option for you. Now let me know what you think. I am passionate about handheld gaming, so I'm always going to be biased, but I think you're going to have a pretty hard time to argue against those reasons. Now if you enjoyed this episode and you're passionate about handheld consoles like I am, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.